Is your company a Prince Philip or a Wall-E? What kind of hero are you? Are you just confused now? Stay tuned and let's talk about it. Welcome to Marketing the Magic, our weekly show and community for business owners, marketers, and agency owners focused on practical digital marketing lessons inspired by the Disney parks, movies, marketing, and more. This week's episode, as I alluded to in the intro, is all about answering the question, what kind of hero is your company? And we'll also talk about how this plays a part in marketing, of course. Now, before we dive into it, let's establish a bit of context here. If we think of your company, and in particular your marketing, in terms of storytelling, your company would be identified as the hero of the story. Your company's job is to save the damsel in distress, in other words, your customer, from whatever problem he, she, or it is facing. In storytelling, there are different kinds of heroes. In marketing, it's important to understand what kind of hero our company plays so that we can understand how to most effectively communicate to our customers. One kind of hero is the valiant prince who saves the day. Think of Prince Philip from Sleeping Beauty or Prince Charming from Cinderella. The hero's main task is to show up, often at the very last minute, to accomplish one mighty task: slay the dragon, oust the wicked stepmother, and so on. There are plenty of businesses out there that fit this archetype. Auto repair shops, emergency dentists, personal injury attorneys, and so forth all have to think of marketing in terms of the last-minute save. Running a Facebook ad offering relief to car accident victims is not necessarily an ideal use of that marketing channel when the vast majority of your audience may never even be in an accident, for example. Instead, these businesses will typically turn to digital channels like search advertising so that they can reach exactly the right people at exactly the right time. On the other side of the spectrum, we find heroes who are positioned prominently throughout the whole story, always doing the hard work on behalf of those they would save. My very favorite example of this kind of hero is Wall-E. When we meet Wall-E, he's cleaning up the mess that we humans left behind for him. He was created for that very purpose, and this is how we know him for much of the movie. He only becomes the classic hero in the end when humanity has to be saved from the result of its own slothfulness. There are many companies that fit this paradigm as well. These kinds of companies should think about marketing far differently, though. They can still market to catch people at exactly the moment that they realize they need the company, but they're far better served to become a resource much sooner in the process. This is where we start to get into deep topics on things like the buyer's journey and how content marketing can be used to address potential customers at each stage of it. And we'll be covering that in much more detail in future episodes. But for now, take some time to think about what kind of hero your company plays in its marketing story. Are your current marketing efforts ideally aligned to that hero archetype? Understanding this and ensuring that alignment is a critically important aspect of getting the most bang you can for your marketing buck. And that's going to wrap up this week's episode. I sincerely hope you'll join us live on Wednesday or catch the replay when it's posted soon after on Facebook and YouTube, so you can join us in discussing this idea of company as hero. And I'd love to discuss your companies on the stream. For more information on our weekly live discussion stream, just visit mtm.live. And if you liked this episode, we would very much appreciate your feedback, and we post a new one every week. So be sure to subscribe for more marketing magic and Disney content. And I hope to see you online real soon. Thanks.